If you're over 65, you're going to die.
fucked.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fucked.
You gonna die.
If you're over 65, see you later.
You ain't alive.
We know that Social Security was running out, so this is our way of not having to face it.
You gonna wear these?
Did you say something, Spencer, about
You can wear 'em
Okay,
if
sweet.
you want to.
you read something about guns and the coronavirus?
I was reading a post. It said Australia is talking about forced vaccination of entire cities. They also don't have guns for self-defense. Think about it.
So if you have a gun, you can shoot the person before they infect you.
Dude, if you have a gun, you can just shoot the virus.
I think they're saying you can't defend yourself against them forcing you
I don't think
to
the
take
bullets
the
are
virus,
quite that small.
the vaccine. This is also the same person that said Bill Gates has the patent on the disease. So, yeah.
Hey, Christian's in the room. Woo!
Just had to pee and then wash my hands for 20 seconds.
Nice. For
Did you
20
wash them for 20
whole
seconds before putting them in the water?
seconds.
Supposed to scrub them for 20 seconds
Dude, try
I
not to
scrubbed.
and then put them in the water.
Try not to step on me and
But-
Matt's XLR here, man.
You step on whatever.
Don't fucking step on it, dude.
Don't step on it.
Fuck this.
Dang, dude.
Stand up.
Is there a way we could set it up? And
Stand up. Did Josh unplug that?
What?
What? So, Christian, how's your week?
Dude, I'll step on any XLR I fucking want to.
All right, Internet Explorer.
You tell them to go lick a doorknob in China. Go lick a doorknob in China.
Wait.
we can do it anywhere, actually.
Especially now.
Ooh. Guess who's muted?
I can smell your hands from here.
They smell they smell so good. I know they do.
Nick, how was your week while they're doing this? We're not going to painfully watch them do this for 10 minutes.
I would.
Yeah, I would.
No one else is.
I am. It was all right. It was a pretty chill week compared to how things have been for the last 3 or 4 months.
What would you say has led to this being a chill week?
Getting a lot of shit knocked out. The project with the name that shall not be mentioned.
Just two guys sharing a mic.
Dude, me and
Why
Matt
can't you
are going to
mention
end
a
up...
name?
Sorry, go ahead.
Dude.
It's forbidden.
Oh, that
You
was
wanna
like a
share
month
this
and a half
one?
ago. What are you still worried about that for?
Well, you know, it pushed other stuff
You
back.
needed some closure or something?
I did. I needed closure.
All right, can we start now?
I need a kosher.
It's been recording.
Oh,
It's been recording.
Yeah, do you want to record audio now? 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Welcome.
Here's the backup.
Welcome to Till the Cows Come Home. On the show today, we have Nick. Woo! Nick! Welcome to the show, Nick. We have Spencer. We have Matt.
Matt.
Forgot your name for a little bit. We got Mike. And we got Christian.
So episode 2 of To the Cows Come Home. Episode 1 isn't even live yet, I don't think.
Yeah, so consider yourself lucky to be hearing this.
Yeah, so whenever you hear it, just know we've done another one. We're wearing different stuff.
And we're
this
going to
time,
do
I think.
more.
This is the weekly podcast where we all just basically debrief on our week at both the agency and...
Pick your mic up.
What do you mean, pick my mic up?
Speaking into it.
Barely hear you.
I can't hear you.
Both React and the agency for the different shows. Is it... Oh, it's not pointing my way. That's why.
No.
He said, should dip it down so it's hit. You're talking down into it.
How's that? Is that a little better?
That sounds
Little-
way better.
A little louder?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's odd because I'm usually pretty loud. Anyway,
It's loud and clear now.
we'll start again. This is the weekly podcast where we debrief off the most previous week at React and the agency. And we just basically talk about events and things that happened and things we're looking forward to. So, Mike, how was your week?
It's pretty great now. I get to share a mic with Matt.
Mike with
No, how was it? Not is it?
How is it? Yeah, it's pretty great. I just get to share this mic with Matt. It was pretty good. Random.
Huh?
A lot. There's just a lot. A lot happened this week.
Oh, like what? Please explain.
Actually, I kind of want Matt to get into his week first.
Yeah,
Matt go first?
Let's go around. Let's go
Because
around.
Matt's week.
Start with one of the side of
Okay. All right, well, my week is pretty normal once we get to Matt's. What happened? Dude, I had to renew my passport today.
Oof.
How'd it go?
It went good, but I was telling them it's a lot. It's like the most adult thing I think I've done
Yeah.
so far.
In how long? Oh, so far.
So far in my life, Christian.
It's also like that zero tolerance thing, too.
Dude, no one.
Like-
no one. Oh my gosh, hold on. Look, the mic's even flipping out. So the documents you get, do y'all have a passport?
I
Any
do.
I have one, yes.
So-
I have one, yes.
Whoa, yo. We're going to have to cut that out.
You don't like my abrasiveness?
So the process to get a passport is tough. I think the process of renewing your passport is even harder. So what you have to do is, one, you have to read through like, I don't know, 3 books of Congress just to figure out where you need to send it. What are the steps? It's a whole process. What you do is you have to fill out this form, and then you have to mail back your passport book. You have to get a new photo taken, and the photo requirements are like 3 paragraphs long. Can't have my glasses. I couldn't see. I was blind. Couldn't wear a hat, so I just didn't feel myself. And then, dude, and remember how I told you can't digitally touch up the photo? I went to a pharmaceutical place that isn't CVS or Rite Aid, and they digitally touched up my photo.
I told you.
They just took out the background.
I told you. That's exactly what I told you to do. I said, you can just get the blue out with saturation.
That was like the number 2 rule in the passport. So I'm worried that it's gonna go there, and then
No, you just can't digitally alter it. Like you can't stretch your face and stuff to fit that little spot.
I got you.
Trust me, I used to take those things. I used to do like 2 or 3 a week, and I would charge $20 a pop.
$20.
Dude, it's easy. People need it too.
And they need it to be done correctly.
Yes.
So they would just walk in, I'd take it on a gray wall, throw it in. I had it as a smart object, so I would throw it into that smart object, that photo, and then would go into that passport photo and just automatically do everything. Bada bing,
You know
bada
what
boom.
one of those headshots equates to, right?
What?
20 McChickens.
20 McChickens, that's true. This guy.
Yo.
That's
Or
common sense math.
4 cookout trays.
There
we go.
That's some Liz
That's
shit
what
right
I'm
there.
looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's super specific though. Your face has to be 2 by 2 inches, and like, guys, I don't have a square face. My face is kind of rectangular. How am I gonna fit in this? And then I wasn't trying to touch your hand right there.
Do it.
Sorry. So yeah, I had to go to Walgreens, take a photo, cut it out. Then I didn't have a stapler. You're supposed to staple it to your application, so I had to go back into Walgreens and buy a stapler. And then after that, I had to go get some monies, and then I had to go mail it off. The guy, by the time I got to mail it, I felt like a middle-aged mom who's just been up every night watching her kids. I don't know if that's what moms do. Nick, you can fill me on that as a fellow mom.
Yeah, you might want to turn that on.
Yeah, you need to have it up here
Yeah,
with
Nick.
ours.
First
Yeah.
time podcasting.
Please don't act like you know how to use our equipment. You
Yeah.
just walk in here.
I
Golly.
really don't.
Just start moving.
This is
dials,
analog,
man.
okay? We know you know digital, but
Dude, he's hacking your computer right now. Just
You're one of them dev people from that new show, man.
look at him,
Ooh.
just hacking away.
ooh,
Yeah.
Anyways,
People
Nick
are
would probably
crazy.
like that show, dude.
Huh?
Nick
So-
would like that show.
He
Yeah,
would. He would.
What show?
It's called Devs.
I started watching that today. It's really good.
Yeah.
so from the one sentence that I read about it, it was like a murder and dev.
So
Murdering.
the main character, she suspects that the company that she works for and her boyfriend works for did something with her boyfriend. They did. You find out like 5 minutes, and it's not that big of a deal. But she has no reason to be suspicious. If you see the episode, she like no reason at all. But she's like, they did something. Where? Why do you think that?
Bruh.
We know that, but she doesn't.
I don't want to spoil anything, but like the video that she sees, you know, at the end that they show her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that doesn't happen.
That shit fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, so we know that, the viewer, but
Yeah.
how does she know? And there's a whole thing. He hates Sudoku, and there's a Sudoku app. Well,
Yeah.
he's also part of a super secret dev team, and it has a password. Like, there's apps that you can get on your phone anytime that they look like they're one thing, but they're something else.
Yeah.
So
But like that whole scene,
that's okay. Take your time.
Dude, just say it.
I just lost my train of thought because of this guy.
The whole scene, when she was speaking to herself out loud.
Yeah. The whole scene, she was speaking to herself out loud the whole time, like going through this app.
Yeah.
You know, and it was
Yeah,
like,
who does that?
who talks out loud to them? So it was just so unnatural.
He hates Sudoku.
It was like, okay, she got issues,
She does.
but I think that's just all developers.
It's true.
I
I mean, I have a sample size of 1, but you know,
we have more.
I mean, like, I can only speak from my personal
yeah,
experience, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Nick, what other shows you watching?
I'm still watching Superstore because I'm a glutton for punishment. It kind of sucks now, but
Superstore.
yeah,
How long has that been going?
like 5 seasons, almost done with the 5th one.
Yeah, I was following you through was it season 3, 4?
I think it was 4. Yeah,
Yeah, and it dropped off.
Mm.
Dropped
Well,
off significantly after that.
they took the mid-season break and they just lost all their momentum, and I don't know. I still watch it because it's week to week, but if I had missed it this whole time and I had to marathon season 5 to catch up, I wouldn't fucking do it.
I'm not fucking doing it.
Oh, let's carry on with how our weeks have been.
Oh yeah.
Christian, you want to go?
Me?
Yeah, what's happening
You
this
kind
week?
of got derailed on that one thing.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Today. You've only talked about today.
Trying to
Sharing the
think,
mic and your passport thing.
Yeah.
what
What else did you do?
what else did I do Monday? Dude, I can't remember honestly. It's been
This
a lot
week's been
of
a blur.
a lot of wedding planning, a lot of little stuff.
Oh yeah, because Spencer's getting married soon.
Yeah, week before mine, so I'm preparing, just getting all my eggs in order for that.
Oh, Lindsay left.
Lindsay left. That's right.
Yeah.
You might.
Is that why she's not here today?
I think so.
No, she's off a little bit. She was off today, so Monday's tomorrow's actually her last day.
Christian tried to challenge me in a sushi eating contest,
I lost
and he lost.
every time.
Yeah. Anybody in the Eastern NC that wants to challenge me eating sushi, I welcome it.
He had 31.
31, and I would have gone more, but those California rules kind of suck.
They look scary.
Yeah. And the aftermath was kind of scary too.
Dude, it was funny because like Matt came to the bathroom. No, Mike came to the bathroom, and then Matt came to the bathroom, and Christian came to the bathroom. I really hate that I can see that bathroom door from where I sit. It's
I
like
was
I'm
about
back
to
on 10th Street.
Yep. The bathroom monitor.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Uh-oh.
Stinky.
Stinky.
Is that one of these?
No.
Not yet.
Oh no.
That's pretty much, yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
I'm surprised one of them doesn't just say big poop.
Week was
No, it's
coming.
really awkward when I'm sitting there and I like look left just because like I'm looking away from my screen for a second and someone's walking out of the bathroom and we like lock eyes. It's really
I
awkward.
think me and you have done that a couple times.
It's just like I don't. It's not like I'm like looking, but I'll be like,
I know
Just
what you
look away.
did there.
Yeah.
oh hey.
I know you just got done relieving yourself. Anyways, Christian, how's your week?
Wait, hey, was it this week or last week that we got the field notes order?
Last week.
Last week. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
Talking about being field nuts.
It still hasn't come in. So
Yeah.
field notes, come on, man. Shipping.
Dude, it's a sub. It's a sub. You have to wait.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I take it all back. I'll cut this out. My week? It was good. A lot of podcasts.
Good. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm
Okay.
gonna talk to Mike.
Let's see. So
Can you go get my keys?
Yeah.
We can still.
Lock the door. They're on my desk. Go ahead. Your week.
a lot of podcasts. I had most memorable thing about my week is I had an where
Had an oopsie.
I had an oopsie.
Stinky.
Ooh, stinky. And yeah, so I recorded one of our podcasts here, Agency Basement, and somehow the audio was gone. Look back at it, an hour and 7 minutes worth of audio gone. So that was cool.
I think the worst
Everything
part
else
is,
was fine.
the worst part was you found out at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no time for a reshoot.
Oh, we got it all figured out. Everything's all squared away now. Everything's good.
Which episode? Which show was that?
Agency Basement.
So What did we do to fix it?
What did we do?
We had to re-record it.
We had to re-record this morning early.
Back-to-back podcast.
Back to back. We are on our third podcast of the day today. Oh.
Hey, what is, gentlemen?
Yeah. Speaking of that, how are we looking on those?
What?
Agency Basement is uploading now, so that's gonna be live
Yes.
before we leave.
Yes.
Creative Cave is
Till the cows come home. Might be a 3-part upload. That's what I'm thinking.
Creative Cave.
Creative Cave?
Where's that at?
That needs to be started too.
Uploading or editing?
Editing too.
Okay. So that's Monday.
Yeah.
Big files.
Big
14 gig.
fat files.
And this will go Monday too. And then we're recording
Yes.
any given Wednesday, Monday.
I'm talking chonkers.
We're going to be busy. Mike's going to be busy.
Hey, but this a
Monday.
business.
Do I have any design work Monday?
I don't know. I
That's
don't know
scary.
right now.
That's scary.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I don't think anything due Monday. Definitely, we got to get those episodes live. I don't want to. I don't want to get behind before we even tell people we're doing them.
Nick, how was your week?
We should use these first 3 for all of them to get all our oopsies out the way.
Well, we currently are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Technical
what we're using them for.
difficulties,
Oh,
scheduling difficulties.
Did y'all go over that?
He went.
yeah,
he,
yeah.
he
I talked
his
about my oopsie. I also we went to Blue Ox for
Mike's
for
birthday.
any given. It was his birthday party was in the back.
Did you tell him about Blue Ox? I love Blue Ox.
I'm about
Never mind.
to.
I'm not.
You just tell the story.
We went to Blue Ox,
I don't even want to anymore.
and Christian, Matt, and I went and waited in the hallway while Mike set up a pull list, which should be easy. All it takes is a name and an email.
Yeah.
Mike, being nice guy Mike here, that he always is, he allows this one fella to talk to him for, I would say, at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
At least 10 minutes while Christian, Matt, and I just
Now
stand.
tell the people what we saw in that time frame.
Oh, Lord. Good God. I don't even know a way to describe
I don't know what y'all saw.
You bring out the adjectives.
Like, I think, is neckbeard an adjective?
Yeah.
Kia soul driving, neckbeard having,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
kilt wearing ass.
What's the starter kit? Let's list it out.
Oh, yeah. You got to have a Kia Soul or a Scion XB,
All right.
a neck beard,
Fedora.
a fedora,
Gotta have a fedora.
maybe a kilt, and a
Hey,
shoulder.
khaki
You have to
kilt.
have some sort of shoulder bag that you don't wear correctly.
Yeah.
It's a
And-
shoulder bag filled with some kind of playing cards.
and die.
Yeah.
Dude, this dude had a shoulder bag on, and he was wearing like a book bag. I think that thing was just right around his neck.
Yeah, it like a cape.
It was behind his back. And I don't know this for a fact. This is just stereotypical, but you have to have something wrong with one of your feet. Like you have some sort of thing going
Yeah,
on.
I mean, both
Pigeon
of them were
toe.
like hobbling in there.
Man, they
Also,
were
but, like,
walking so slow, man. I was
The one,
like,
yeah, the one with the kilt had like a headband on, like he was about to get sweating in there.
he like he was going into
It
battle.
gets sweaty, bro. It gets sweaty.
Did you see anybody that had like a single color shirt with a scene like a wolf howling on the moon, and it's for some reason it's a T-shirt and it's tucked into their jeans?
That's also part of the starter kit.
That's what I
It
wear on
is,
Saturdays.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was. We were cussing Mike's name. Just want to let you know.
Meanwhile, I'm in there
Mike
trying to
was
set up a simple pull list, and the dude was collecting more information than the people trying to renew my passport.
Dude,
Like-
they didn't ask me for anything.
He asked me, he's like, "Where do you live? What's your favorite Saturday meal?" And I'm not talking about midday. I'm talking about what you eat right when you wake up early Saturday mornings.
You're doing a good impression.
It's like, my God. I just like Spider-Man.
I tried to. So I was buying Detective.
I thought Spider-Man.
I was buying Detective issues I don't have. He's like, oh yeah, I see the same guy. I was like, another day, he's like, hey, yeah, I see you're missing a few numbers here. I was like, is that because you already have them, or because you couldn't find them back there? And I was like, well, truly, I already have these. I was like, so I'm trying to find variant covers, but also you didn't have it. Oh well, it looks like we have them in our other room that we don't keep up front. Do you want me to go look for it? And I was like, no, please don't. And he's like, Are you sure? I was like, yes. He's like, so you're just gonna be these for a day? I was like, yeah. He's like, what about 1007? I was like, I don't want it. I want the ones I'm buying, and you don't have 1007. Well, let me just check real quick. He's like, yep, you're right. We don't have 1007. We don't have 1007 in our inventory. He's like, would you like for us to order it from somewhere for you? From a resale place that I would buy it from myself. Yeah, well, we've got some we can get some better good rates. I'm like, no, please just give me the 25 comics I'm buying right now. Like, am I not spending enough money in this moment?
I forgot to tell you when I went to make my pull list, and I was done. He's like, looks like you got Spider-Man Noir up there, but you didn't pull the first issue. Do you want to go grab that? I was like, nah, my friend Spencer, the guy that was just in here, got it on his pull list. He's like, and he had this really confused look on his face. He's like, huh? I was like, yeah, the guy that just checked out.
My friend.
He got that.
I have a friend.
Yeah, he got that and Marvel for me. And he's like, you're just going to read his? You don't want your own? I was like, no, like, I didn't have a pull list made, so I had him pull it for me. And even after that, it got to the point where he was just, like, dropping it. But he was like, I could still see in his face. He's like, what? What is this guy doing?
He's probably got friends who are just selfish, like, no, don't touch my comic. Don't touch my fucking comics.
Yeah. But that dude was super helpful, but interesting. Nick, how's your week?
Yeah,
we're still working around the room on that.
Pretty good. I actually I got to leave a little early Monday, and a pretty special game demo dropped. So I was pretty excited about that.
What game?
What game was it?
Final Fantasy VII.
These people have no context into what you're talking about, so you have to be overtly thorough.
It's a game. It was originally released in '97, and it's the first real video game I played, other than like fucking Mario Brothers and whatnot.
I just played regular Mario. I never played that one.
It's pretty good. Just check it out.
Brothers.
But yeah, it was a nostalgia bomb for sure to kind of play the demo and see how everything. And the game looks really good, plays well and everything. It's obviously not the same kind of game.
Is it on PC?
It's on PS4.
Nice.
So you enjoyed your time?
I did.
That's
I played
good,
it
man.
like 9 times.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the week was pretty chill. Yesterday I went to...
Whoa. You played it 9 times in one night?
What does that mean?
It's only like 30 minutes worth of gameplay.
What? How many years have they been working on it?
It's a demo.
Oh, it's a demo.
Yeah, it's just the demo. Yeah, the game doesn't come out until...
Okay, wait.
Gotcha,
So what does the
gotcha.
demo involve? Like, is it you just follow like one little story, like one little?
You just check out the menu. See, like,
Yeah.
everything that's
Yeah,
in
you
it.
check out the menu, you can see what the characters look like.
Nick went through the menu 9 times.
No, you actually get to be a terrorist, so that's kind of cool. You blow up a nuclear reactor because it's literally sucking the life out of the planet. Because in this world,
So you're a good
planets
terrorist.
have souls. Yeah, you're a good terrorist. Yeah, I
Nice.
mean, don't all terrorists think they're good though? So
Yeah, it's just a perspective thing.
exactly.
Pray for the
And,
soldiers on both sides.
Yeah, that's the highlight of my week. was
Hey,
that.
you were talking about something else that happened midweek. You.
Oh
started
yeah,
it,
yesterday I went to my son, 5 years old. For those who don't know, which is pretty much everybody.
Go ahead and give him a shout out. He
Um,
can hear this and he can be like, "Oh, that's you."
His name is Jamie,
There you go. Now he's gonna be super ecstatic to hear his name on.
and that's all the information you get. But his school had he's in pre-K, so it's not that fucking serious. But his school had a coding night, so I got to go and watch kids program. It definitely wasn't programming, but
What kind of program were they doing? Were they performing? What were they doing?
they were. It's an interesting thing called Scratch. Instead of actually writing out the code, you have blocks for like your if statement, your while statement, how many iterations of something you do, and you just kind of drag it over. It's pretty cool. It's a good way to get kids who can't read to program.
Nice. I feel like I might need to start there. I have trouble reading and talking.
Real talk, whenever I have to read my kid a book at the end of the night, that shit is a fucking struggle. Like, real talk, I read code all day, which is different. And then Amanda, she'll read books and they're kids' books too, so it's not like, we're reading fucking
anything
Shakespeare.
real strenuous.
It is. Like, the lady with the alligator purse, that's hard. That's
Is it
a
a tongue
hard book
twister?
to read. It is.
What's your favorite kids book? It could be from your childhood. Actually, give me 2. I want one from your childhood, and I want one now that you've just started reading the Jamie.
I didn't really read a lot as a kid, so I don't really have a favorite kids book.
Well, that just got really sad really quick.
All right. What's your
My parents
favorite?
wouldn't read to me.
What's your favorite children's book now? All time favorite children's book.
Probably
Mine is the Rainbow Fish.
Okay.
It had the little scale on the front. and it
Basic
was-
ass
Yeah.
bitch.
Dude, I'll mute you so quick.
probably Game of Thrones, and the ones that follow. Those are pretty. There's a couple of pages you have to skip when you're reading it to a kid, but
I think even the non-mature content, I think it's a little sophisticated for a kid to keep up with. It's a lot of characters, and it's written in a bizarrely hard to follow way.
he doesn't
Especially
listen.
being read too.
anyways.
Could you imagine that book being read to you?
That would be intense.
Yeah. Hey, but if your kid can get it, good for him.
So a pretty good week. You get to cap it off by coming on till the cows come home.
Yeah, first time on a podcast ever in my life.
How do you feel right now?
Yeah,
do you
how
feel
like it?
awkward?
No, I don't feel well. Maybe a little, but I always feel a little awkward. So
Nice. My motto for life is if you're not feeling a little awkward, then are you living? So that's where I'm at. Spencer, how was your week? How you feeling?
Okay. It was good. Let's see what happened this week. We have been. Makes my 6th podcast I've done this week. Typically I do 5 in a week, but Christian's oopsie. We all heard about it. I had an oopsie.
What
left
happened?
the camera on, so we came to record an episode yesterday, and battery was dead. And then, so this was the first oopsie of Thursday at Red Shark Digital or React Radio, whatever you want to call it. And then the second oopsie was the fact that the podcast we had recorded, we lost all the audio for, or we never had it to begin with. Anyway, so there was that.
how'd that happen?
All right.
But let's see what else was this week. I didn't have to go anywhere this week. I was in Greenville all week. That's
rare.
So yeah.
that is fairly rare. Let's see what else.
It's like the prime red I had.
Yeah. We finally kind of rounded out the office. We only have 3 more things in the office to hang. We have to hang our awards. We have to hang Be Better sign.
A couple of employees.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We lost. We got the TVs hung. That's good. We finally got this place looking pretty clean and legit. Christian did that last night. Let's see what else. Launched a website.
We did.
Woo!
We sold some websites. Woo! Those of you who don't know. We
Sell websites here.
You didn't?
And launch them.
No, I said we.
Oh,
I don't say I.
Those who don't
Yeah.
know,
There's no I in team.
websites here.
we sell websites. Who is it that said that? There's no I in team, but there is me. There's a me in it.
Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe.
There's a me in that
RIP.
motherfucker.
R.I.P. Let's see. I keep saying I think overall, I feel good about the podcast. So like the things I do for the agency are pretty much. I don't want to say autopilot because our clients may listen, but like I've been doing this stuff for 4 years, and while some things may be different, like it's not things that like really challenge me or make that I'm looking at every day objectively to like be better at. But I am with the podcast, and the podcast overall, just kind of knowing how much to talk, how to segue away from a topic without saying let's segue away from something, and things like that. That was pretty good. I think this week's round of episodes, despite having to redo the one, even the second iteration of that one, I think, was better than the first episode. Not first of that, but the first episode we did. The same with ours, like Agency Basement. We have, not Agency Basement, Any Given Wednesday, we have a new format. We have a new upload day. We have a new sister piece of content to go with it.
New structure,
Yeah.
kind of. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got a new sister.
Alyssa.
Did her.
No, I was telling Spencer, it's exciting to see just from 1 to 2 the jump, and then I'm excited to see at episode 10 of all the podcasts we're at, and then from that like episode 50, I think we'll look back and be like, man, episode 1 through 10, that was so long ago, like can't even remember that.
That'd be crazy.
The studio's probably gonna look a lot different. The hosts are probably gonna be changed out. Man, this dude was whack. That Mike dude sucks. But
That's what I'm gonna say.
yeah, but it'll be good. Matt, I feel like you may have had the most interesting week out of all of us.
Well, just that one. Yeah, just the one thing.
Yeah. This was on my talking points. I'll just cross this one off if you're gonna go straight into it.
I think I should.
You're gonna go straight into it.
Yeah. I'm
All
not
right.
sure if everyone's heard. I know you guys have, but I don't think anyone else.
I think you should take the mic off of that
and just go.
demonstrate. Like stand up back there.
It's gonna be a little bit harder to do that. I can get up and yell though.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so went to Charlotte last weekend. Had a good time. Went to go see some friends of mine. Hadn't seen them in a long time. Came home with a little bit of a cold, so I've been under the weather this week. And then, other than that, let's see. What was it? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Got a text message from my girlfriend saying that the cat was sick. So, of course, even though I'm at work, I have to take care of it for some reason. She's physically with the cat, but it's my problem. So, the next day, or that night, I texted Spencer and said, hey, look, cat's a little sick. I need to take her in to the vet tomorrow morning. I'll be a little bit late. So I got her to the vet first thing as quick as I could. Had to call like 6 different places. Her main vet wouldn't even answer the phone. They're probably tired of my ass at this
Ain't
point.
that some shit, man?
Yeah,
I had
man.
the same problem when I had to do something with Sadie.
Dude, I was like, turn your hearing aid up, man.
Yeah.
I'm calling, Anyway,
You old ass.
it was really
Old
concerning,
ass,
though.
Deaf ass.
It's really concerning because, I'm sitting there staring at this little cat. She's not really saying much. She's not moving. Hasn't really been drinking or eating. All of a sudden, she just walks herself on over to the door frame.
Is this at home?
Yeah, this is at home. This is before we get to the vet. This is the night before the vet.
Go ahead.
She just
Hold
hunches her back up and goes, meow, and then just blows blood out of her ass all over the carpet. And not only did I have to clean that shit up, I had to be the one to shove her ass in a crate the next morning and take her to the fucking vet. But she's good now. We got her some meds.
She's okay. So
Yeah.
like,
They
we
gave
can
me this-
joke about this.
and
You have Dexter Morgan come in and analyze the blood spatter.
there was no splatter. It was just straight.
Also, I found it interesting.
So she pooped out a blood clot.
It was literally a clot of blood, yeah.
Oh wow.
I found it interesting that you told me that the doctor had to
Just like a,
rectal
Yeah.
thermometer.
mm-hmm. What are they going to put in her
No,
mouth?
yeah, but no reaction.
Dude, she took it
It's
like
like
a champ.
she had done it before.
Well, she was, an outdoor cat, kind of, before we got her. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
telling what she went through.
Yeah,
You know how
it's rough
Outdoor
on the
cats are into
streets.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
alley cats.
Yeah,
You know?
that makes total sense.
Back alley
Okay.
cats.
Now, Nick, you're the only one that has a child out of all of us.
How does that relate to what we were talking
Well,
about?
Yeah, I think
Well, let's
kid could do
find
that.
out.
All right.
Yeah, Matt has to take care of this cat, and it's just liquids are coming out of everything,
both ends.
both ends. Yeah, and then Nick is the only one with the kids. I was gonna ask, does that relate to you? Do
I
you
see.
relate to that situation at all?
I see.
I don't think that Jamie's shed blood yet. I mean, there's still time. He's only 5, so and I don't think he's going to die anytime soon. So we still got plenty of time for that
Oh,
to
the
happen.
cat's not going to die either.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
so I can't relate to that specifically. Now, if you let your cat fall off the changing table, I can relate to that.
You want to go through that story?
I'll let Matt finish his first.
Oh, no, that was it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
cat's good now.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah, we don't care anymore.
I mean, I guess that was it. I was changing him, and I turned around for a half a fucking second, and then I hear, and then crying, and I turn around, and he was about 3 feet lower than he was the last time I saw him.
Where was this, by the way?
This was at a bed and breakfast. No, this is at the house.
Oh,
They had a changing table in the house. Is that customary?
It's his house.
Oh, it's your house.
Yeah, it was my house.
You have a changing table in your house?
Not anymore. I got rid of it.
because he's not a baby anymore.
Hold on. What is a changing table at your house?
It's like a table that changes into something else, kind of like a
Mike is
mimic.
Really struggling.
You're getting married?
Dude, I've seen one in like a Kohl's bathroom, but it's one of those plastic things that you come off
Flop
the wall
out.
and it flops. Yeah.
No, this is like a cheaply made TV stand, pretty much.
Nick, would you say you're useful in a crisis?
I'm completely useless in a crisis. It depends on the crisis.
Would you say you're living your life purpose, or you're still searching?
What?
That was deep. We
Yeah.
went from shit and blood to.
All right, let's take it a little bit lighter.
Okay.
Do you believe in magic, and when have you felt it?
What the fuck?
No, I don't believe in magic.
Oh man,
That's some bullshit.
I was bringing that up just because I wanted to talk about Nick is our dungeon master, and I wanted to.
Oh,
talk
that kind of magic is real.
Yeah, I wanted to talk
Abjuration,
about the
conjuration, all that stuff.
the first time you ever played D&D or found out about it. Walk us through that. What's
Oh,
your
wow.
origin story
Okay,
for
all right.
D&D?
So, I'm gonna go with not D&D, but still the same basic concept. A different game called Vampire the Masquerade, because I played with the Edgelord goth kids across the street. They were pretty cool dudes, though. But it was my first time playing a game. Because before this, it was all video games, which we've all played. So this was the first time where there was, a dungeon master kind of guy who sat at the end of the table and narrated things and just said, "What do you do?" And that was my first. You've heard me. I've told you that that's like my favorite thing about being a DM, is seeing a new player react to those 4 words. What do you do? And them realizing, holy shit, I don't have any coding limitations for the game. I can just kind of do what I want. So it was pretty. It's pretty intense for a nerd, I guess. But it was so long ago, I can't really remember what the first one was like, other than just it being. I changed my character name like 9 fucking times the same night.
Do you have a morning ritual? Yeah.
Not really.
Really?
Wake up, take a shower.
That's a ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk us through your morning ritual.
Yeah.
What do you do in the mornings, Nick?
I wake up.
No one's listening but us, dude. So you can be completely vulnerable with this. You be completely honest in this moment. We like for human emotion does well, So I want you to tap in. Use us as like your focus group for your personality. Test it out on us. Share your life with us and see how it does well against others.
With my morning ritual.
Hey, it's the gateway drug to emotional vulnerability.
Okay,
You
want to
know everything.
I wake up. I take a shit.
What's the first
Take a
thought that you
shower.
have when you wake up in the morning? Like, what's your first thought,
First thought is, if I have to shit after my shower, this is the day I kill myself.
All right, so you're a wake up, poop, shower.
Yeah.
And then what? Like, what happens next?
Get dressed and wait.
Wait for what? What are you waiting on?
What do you
till I
do when
feel
you
like
wait?
leaving. I usually play I still got a PSP.
No.
Yeah, man.
You know they have a new thing called the Switch, right? It's like a way better system.
Bro, the PSP was ahead of its time.
It was.
Don't hate on it.
Facts.
Well, you know what time it is now? 2020. The Switch is here.
Yeah, it was actually the first gift the first gift Amanda ever got me was a PSP.
And who's
Damn.
Amanda?
And I've still got, that's my wife.
Okay.
And I've got the
This is Jamie's mom.
3 Final Fantasy games from the PlayStation days up there, and a few others like Legend of Dragoon, Chrono Cross. I really like RPGs. And I usually
Why'd you
play
whisper
for
that?
about-
Are you ashamed of it?
Yeah.
yeah.
We're trying to look. We're trying to
find.
find out everything there is to know about Nick. Nick's gonna go home and be like, "Man, I'm not that interesting."
I'm really not. I like Dungeons and Dragons. I like programming, and I really like fucked up jokes.
Yes.
The darker the humor, the harder I will cackle.
So Nick, we talked on Agency Basement today about imposter syndrome, and you seemed fairly happy that we were talking about that. Is imposter syndrome something you currently struggle with, or feel like you struggle with?
I wouldn't say struggle, but it's something I experience. I mean, being kind of like you're a self-taught designer. I'm a self-taught developer, so there's a lot of time, and I haven't really worked with a lot of developers. We've had 4 come and go, but it's never been like a part of like a development team. It's always been me and one other developer, and we're usually working on different websites. We're not working on the same site at the same. There's not multiple people working on the one project, so it's collaboration, but not in the same sense. And a lot of the other developers we've had have had some kind of education.
Right.
where I just watched a lot of YouTube videos.
So you think there's you describe imposter syndrome as feeling almost that because you lack a certain accolade, you're not worthy of the position you have or the work you do.
Yeah, like I just kind of lucked into it, kind of thing. Or,
Right. That's classic imposter syndrome. Am I right, Christian?
I feel like we've talked about that a lot lately.
Yeah. Like
Almost like you recorded 2 podcasts.
basically, like we had the same conversation twice. So like deja vu. We got a piece of paper somewhere around here with the imposter syndrome stuff on it.
It's up there.
I'm excited to listen to it.
We talk about you. I talk about you in it. You, Nick, the developer. I talk about
That's what they call me.
I talk about how in the project that shall not be named, you had this moment where I described it as if we worked in a high rise, this will be the moment where, not even making a joke about suicide, but this is the moment where people jump out of buildings. And
Yeah.
I was like in cartoon characters where you see people literally rip their hair out.
Oh, I would have, but the building wasn't. It was only 3 stories. I mean, it would have hurt, but I wouldn't have died. I would have.
Yeah, you would have caused more of a problem than anything else if you did that.
I did try to overdose, but all I had was Tums, so
Didn't have indigestion for months.
still don't.
But I talked about how, at that moment where you create imposter syndrome leads to creating sort of an echo chamber in your mind of either not being good enough for something or not being the best one to do it.
Yeah.
You are the source of your own inner conflict.
Yep.
And so we talked about you, and then last week we talked about you too. When you weren't here for Cows Come Home, we invited you, but you left. But I talked about you then too.
What is it that's supposed
What
to
did
happen
you say
when
that
people
time?
say your name when you're not around?
You're supposed to respond.
Your ears either itch or your nose.
Your nose itches.
Your nose itches.
Yeah. Was your nose itching a lot?
No.
No, I talked about how like we the leadership and myself are working towards creating an outlet for our main employees to have a way to go and on the clock time with a professional.
The first step was
Like
building this padded
psychiatrist or
room.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got your padded room. We got straight jackets on the way. No,
Sounds
but like
good.
we talked about developing partnerships to allow people to have outlets for working through things like imposter syndrome and working through things that myself and other members of leadership are unable to directly help because of our closeness to the thing. And I just use you as an example because we had talked about that already.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, Mike Pence.
And also because you use the term echo chamber. When you go home and I'm sure there's you've probably had the same with Ryan. Whenever you have someone outside of work that you kind of talk to and you're in a point where everything just coming across negative, you almost not only an internal echo chamber but also an echo chamber at home.
Right,
Because when you're mad, you're just complaining about the things that you're experiencing. You're not thinking about the because there's a lot of things to be glad. I'm probably one of a handful of developers who actually get to choose what operating system they use and what kind of computer they use and all that stuff, and other little things. But that's just the first one that came to mind. And you don't think about those things whenever you're mad.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know who Ryan is, she's my lovely fiance. She and I are getting married in a few weeks.
A week before Mike, right?
Yeah, coincidentally, right before Mike.
That's crazy.
Anyway, actually, I don't do that. I used to. I don't do that with Ryan anymore. I don't talk about work with her anymore.
Is that proven to be better for you and her?
It's probably better for her. I don't know about it is for me.
Yeah, I think Brittany hates hearing about everything that I enjoy.
Yeah. She probably hates my ass.
Yeah,
That's what I feel like. I feel like Chris's wife, Maria, I think Maria hates me. I'll have to ask her when I see her. Maria, do you hate me? No, I won't say that. No, because I told you this last week too, Nick. It's like we can't expect them to solve our work problems or be our work punching bag when all they want to do is talk about their own problems. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So it's like that's what led me to creating a space that we can work through those things with others. Just like Mike's not going to come in here and talk, rant about Carter. Like
Who's Carter?
exactly. Like you're not going to come in and rant about her to us for us to fix your relationship problems. The same as ranting about work to her. It's not going to fix work. I think it's okay to be transparent and talk about things, but unloading all that on someone that can't help you with it is unfair to them and low-key selfish. So that's why I personally have worked to get away from that.
That's a good point.
I just got some good fresh water,
Dude.
and I was reminded of how good water is.
Dude, I love
So,
water.
Everybody listening right now, this podcast is sponsored by water. If you could just open up your water capsule right now and just take a good swig with me.
I just really hope this podcast doesn't make its way to Africa.
Well, they could try too. So I don't know why I'm just
You
in
can
the
get
mood.
water there. You just have to kill people for it.
I'm just in the mood to get to
Yeah.
know more about each and every one of you.
Wait, I have a list. Can I run through my list real quick before I leave?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
do the list.
Yeah, fair.
I gotta go
leaving?
real quick.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so I put together a list of questions, and it's just gonna be like, you know, like every week till the cows come home, Chris has like his questions that he asks. So,
I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding.
He's kidding, he said.
dude, no.
He's just kidding.
All right, well, I'm gonna continue. So, all right, lately I've really been enjoying this little phrase. Do you shit with that ass? Now, this raised the question: if a girl were to come to you, or let's say on Tinder or in real life, and say, "Damn, Mike, Spencer, Matt, Nick, do you shit with that ass?" Would you be like, "Oh," and then like shy away from her, or would you be like, "Hey, yeah"?
Easy.
Wait. All right,
Easy.
let me know what you think.
First off, I'd say my name's just Mike. Don't call me all these other names. What was the question? Because I got so frustrated at that. I didn't even hear what you asked. I can't even see right now. Blind with
triggered.
anger. Yeah.
You just see white.
What's the question?
Wait, do I really need to
I would
say the question
say,
again?
I would
No,
say,
you don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What's it to you?
So, okay, everybody's in agreement. You shit with that ass.
I mean, I would be like, dude, that is a pretty interesting sense of humor you have there, my lady.
I think I would just ask. I'd be like,
My lady.
Sorry, Spencer.
I would just ask, and I would just be like,
Do you?
well, first of all, I'd say, yes, like I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'd answer their question thoroughly. Secondly, I would just be like, was that rhetorical?
Mm.
And then we can, you know,
Figure out what happens next.
yeah. And then I say to them, do you shit with your ass? And act like I don't understand it, you know? Like I don't get it. It's like, do you?
Am I doing it
Yeah.
right?
I would make it really creepy.
All right. Nick?
I would say I haven't had the opportunity with this one yet, but
Oh, that's a good one. That's good.
Okay. All right. I can cross that one off. Thank you. All right. One more. Okay. So I was watching a video of a goose, and it was attacking a woman. And, you know,
fuck a goose.
dude, right? So I'm thinking like, yo, geese are fucking terrifying.
They are.
Like when you think about it, like they're scary as fuck. Like they can fly, but like, and they're fast, and they're like kind of up to your knees.
And they're mean as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but if
they
you can
hiss.
grab it by the head and swing it around once, it's dead.
Okay, so that's what we're getting to.
That's
Okay.
I said.
So a goose squares up, you know, and he's like, that noise that they make,
That's exactly what they sound like.
Yeah.
and you're like, oh hell no. How do you put it down? How do you put that sucker down?
Dude, I'm punching right in the fucking head. Dude. Pow.
Right, one hit to the head.
One hitter quitter.
Okay, all
It's a
right,
goose, dude. It can't fight back.
All right.
Mike.
I would feed it like packing peanuts or something. Let it choke on it.
You know
Yep.
they charge you, right?
What, for packing peanuts?
No, in general. Like, when this scenario, this goose is charging you.
Yeah, no. I would just change my card number. Like they would try and charge it, but there would be nothing tied to that card.
I don't think
Yeah.
you understand.
Yeah. No, well, I do understand because I've been attacked by some geese before. I used to live out at North Campus, and there was more geese living there than actual people. I actually paid rent to a goose, and the dude, he always got his money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just walk the other way. I'm not trying to start anything because
The goose already started it. That's the point.
yeah, and it's over. If the goose starts it, it's over.
He starts it. It's over.
Yeah. So I would
I'm
say
walking away.
I would say, please don't do this to me. I don't want to die today. But the goose, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. There's
They
no
don't.
reasoning.
Yeah.
Gooses are mean as shit.
You
All
cannot
right.
reason with a goose.
Spencer, how would you take it down?
I would just shoot it
Shoot it.
right in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got
Well,
your
probably not in
concealed
the face
carry.
because it's a little narrow thing. I'd probably hit it right in the body. Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Okay, cool.
Forgive me what I must do.
That's easy. That's
Yeah.
quick. Nick, how do you put it down?
I mean, if I'm trying to take it out, I don't think I could resist snapping a neck that long. Like it's almost inviting.
That-
Yeah.
That neck.
Have you ever had one charge you?
No.
They got fear in their eyes, bro.
Dude, they are. It's like a demon takes over their body.
I have been attacked by a possum once, but not a goose.
Possums are crazy too. Possums you can kick though, but like a
Yeah.
Until they latch onto
goose.
your foot.
a
Yes.
goose comes up to you, the neck's like that long, and it's like they hunker down.
And then you got the wing.
yeah, they hunker down and they run, man.
That's what you just step to the side, anime style, then karate chop that fucker right in the middle of the neck.
Right.
Dude, I'm actually glad you brought up possums.
Hit it
real
with
quick.
a brief Rasengan.
Rasengan. Dude, so I had a crazy encounter with a possum once, and I think I'm actually kind of high on their list of people they trust. As far
The
as
whole species.
yeah, the possum community. So traveling, I was coming home late one night, and this is when I had my big jacked up truck. Totally unrelated. I just love getting to drop that whenever I can. So it's late at night. I'm driving home. I come up to the entrance of my neighborhood.
I thought you were going to say Sonic for a second.
No. Happy hour was over, Christian.
That's a hedgehog.
Yes. So I pull up to the entrance of my neighborhood, and I see something trying to cross the road. So I say, I'm going to stop. 'Cause
Why are your eyes closed while you're telling the story? I have to know.
This is a long time ago, so I'm having to recall.
Okay.
It was also just very spiritual. And so it's crossing the road, and I said, I think that's a possum, and no one else is in the cab, so no one responded. And then I come to a complete stop. I roll down the window, and this possum rolls over and does the possum dance, or it goes dead. It plays dead. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I stop, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to run this over. So I turn the truck off. I'm in the middle of the road. I turn the truck off. It's real stupid. The possum comes back alive. He crosses the road. Right when he's about to step on the other side of the road, he looks back at me. Now, this possum looked me right in the eye, and he just gave me a wink. And it kind of was one of those things like, everything's going to be okay. And that's where I think I stand.
He knew and you knew.
Yeah, he knew. He said, thanks for turning off your truck. Dude, I was scared. I was really scared. And quite frankly, I didn't think I was going to wake up from my dead dance. And Christian, he woke up from his dead dance. And I think from that, he just kind of spread the word and said, if y'all guys see this dude, his name is Mike. Real cool dude. And he let me cross the road that night.
That is so touching. Thank you.
Really? I feel like it just died off there.
Nah, that really hit me, dude.
That was beautiful.
Because I've had the
Did it hit
Opposite
you like
of
a
that.
truck?
Look how short this guy is.
it's like me standing next to Glenn.
Dude, thank you for that. Yeah. Are you okay? All right, we're good.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah,
You're
no.
a good man for that.
Okay, so I got, if a goose squared up, how would you take it down? So I got a segment called Has That Ever Happened to You? Mike can help me out with this one.
Has this ever happened to you?
Has it? Has what Mike's last story, has that ever happened to you? Has it? Just let us know.
No.
Okay. You, the viewers, listeners, let us know. Let us know. Reach out to us. Let us know, and we can connect you through the possum community. Last one. Did you guys see Batman's new whip?
Yeah, that shit's sick.
Yeah.
It's like a 69 Camaro.
Yeah, it's fresh. Yeah. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like everything about the new Batman they're doing. It's the more I see, the more faith I have in it. I mean, I never doubted it necessarily, but the car really kind of. I'm glad they're doing something. They're not doing kind of the the kind of cartoony Batmobile like Tim Burton did, and they're also not trying to do something super futuristic like Christopher Nolan did.
Yeah.
Good way to look at it. I like that.
It looks like a car, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a
They're
basic
like
bitch
super
car.
modded out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. I like that's just solidified my hype for the movie. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
I think I don't know. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's cool. My only negative comments about it would be, or criticisms. It's like the futuristic stuff and the other things that made Batmobile is that you can't make heads or tails of it. Truly, like all of his other tech and his detective skills, you can't make you can't make sense of them. They're better than what is actually existing. It's just like he's super modded out a muscle car with muscle accessories.
That's true. Too,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It doesn't have like that allure of a car that makes no sense.
Maybe it'll be like the show Viper. I don't know if anybody watched that show. The guy had a red Dodge Viper, but there was like a button he could press, and that fucker turned silver. And then if you shot it, it had snake scales. It was cool.
That was
shit.
the villains in G.I. Joe, right?
No, I'm pretty sure it was just a show called Viper.
The Viper.
Yeah, the Viper.
Cobra.
Yeah, it's
Cobra.
Cobra.
Yeah, sorry.
Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Viper Kai.
Oh, that was in Dragon Ball Z.
Mike, you got something to say. What you got to say, buddy?
Yeah, so earlier this week, Chris was telling us a story that I think you guys would find funny too. It's just one story, and then you can go.
Me?
Yeah, we were talking about
Were you done with your list?
Yeah. No,
I didn't
that was
want
it.
to. Yeah.
we were talking about donating
Thanks.
blood, and then it
Mm.
came up that Chris got extra credit one time in class or doing something. He went the extra mile. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And I'll kind of let Chris tell you about this. This is Chris getting extra credit in his kinesiology class in college.
So
Thank you, Mike, the hype man.
it was kinesiology, and like there's like a bunch of opportunities for extra credit, and they always want you to donate blood. So I mean, donate blood, it's cool like if you can handle it, but some people can't handle it, like most of us in this room.
This is a story about you being one
No,
of those
it's
people.
not most of us in this room. It's him.
Ooh, Matt, you don't like blood?
Also, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't like blood either. Well, I don't want to give my blood.
Especially when it gets on your hands. It's all sticky.
Selfish with my blood. I won't
Anyway.
keep it.
I was holding out with a solid B+ in kinesiology, and they were like, "Yeah, well, we have an extra credit opportunity where you can go donate blood." And I was like, "Nah, not for me. I'll pass." And they're like, "Okay, well, we have another one. You got to meet outside of the library, and you're just gonna go on a fitness walk across ECU's campus. And it's about like a mile long." And I was like, okay, that doesn't seem too bad. I'll just walk up the hill, and that'll be that. I'll get my 15 extra points on my test, and I'll bump up to an A-. So class ends, and I'm moseying on down to the library. And I'm sitting out there, and I don't see anyone. There's no one there. So I'm just waiting for something, anything really. All of a sudden, I see PD come out. That's East Carolina University's mascot. It's a giant fucking pirate. He comes out, and he's dancing around. He's got a little girl beside him. And I'm like, oh, no. I hope I don't have anything to do with this. Sure enough, they set up a little table. So I give it a couple more minutes, and then I walk up to him, and I say, hey, I'm here for kinesiology extra credit. And he says, oh, what's up, man? Do you want a picture? And I say, God, no, thank you. He says, well, you got to have one for proof that you actually walked this thing. I'm still alone. It's just me and PD and this one girl that's with him.
Really over energetic girl.
Just a bubbly girl and PD. And he's like, yeah, just give me your phone. I give him my phone. He gives my phone to the girl, and the girl takes our picture. So I got a super awkward picture with Petey the pirate. And then they're like, okay, you're just going to walk all the way up the hill, and you'll see somebody up there set up with a table. And I'm like, should we wait for other people? And they're like, it's supposed to have started 10 minutes ago. I think you're the only one. So I walk by myself a mile across campus.
Someone passing by probably just thought you were out for a stroll. Little do they know you were on a walk to change lives.
So I just walked.
Change grades.
Walked over there for a mile, walk up the hill, and I see this girl at a table. She's just scrolling through her phone, and I'm like, hey, can I log my walk with you? And she was like, yeah, are there any behind you? And I was like, I don't think so.
Yep, I was the fastest one. I left them in the dust.
And yeah, so that was that. And she was like, well, okay, you're all good. I'll send this to your teacher. Thank you. And she was like, and then I walked away and I saw her just start packing everything up. So yeah, has that ever happened to you?
Has that ever happened?
Has that ever happened?
Have you ever just walked by yourself? Nick, real quick before we wrap this thing up, what's your favorite kitchen smell? I know what your favorite meal is. But what's your
Cheese.
favorite kitchen smell? Nah, it's a tuna hamburger helper.
Pizza by Alfredo.
Nice. You heard it here. Pizza by Alfredo.